Okay, welcome to the very first race of the Copa, the LiDAR Championship. Let's run down our qualifying positions here. So we have Wino Aski then securing another pole position. So he's in pole position in one. We have Spook, who is a new driver for this season. He did race previous seasons with us, but he wasn't here for the last time, in second place. We have Frozen Droid in third place, Ricky Tan in fourth, Mr. Oblong fifth, the coolest guy or Mason in sixth, Xanax or Ashworth seventh, Slumpy down in eighth, Schmidt in ninth, Pigeon in 10th, Lynchy down there in 11th, Wild Boys 12th, and we have Ravenhold at the back of the grid in 13th. Sadly, we have lost our racer. We have lost JR. Seems like he might have had some technical issues at the start, which is a real shame. So as we watch the grid here, look at these cars all nicely lined up. Don't they look amazing? Look at all the colour schemes here. What a cracking. This is going to be a good start. I am excited to see this. The cars start all really close together, all nicely bunched up. They do have the push to pass button. They do have to charge this up, so it's not available on the first lap, but it will be available on the second and then every other lap thereafter if they choose to use it or not. This should be a good race. Right, here we go. We are synced up. We have the starting lights going. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Aski gets a really poor start there. Spook gets away nicely up the inside here. Frozen Droid is all over the back of Aski here. Spook and Ricky Tan down the inside as Spook goes running top, but Aski managed to outbrake him into the first corner here. Can Spook hold on there? Oh, there's a little tap there on the exit there. Spook giving him nice plenty of room here from Aski as they go down to the first corner, second corner even. Look at the top four, they are all line abreast. Rikitan goes up a place there. He jumps ahead of Frozen Droid. He's all over the back of Spook. But Aski managed to maintain his pole position after a poor start as they head on down. As we see Rikitan there, looks like he's defending from Frozen Droid there. Frozen Droid looks like he's going to come back down here, so he's going to go for a move. Rikitan covers off to defend him here, and Frozen Droid backs out. Let's have a look further down the grid here. We have Slumpy and Schmidt here up into 6th place here. Schmidt up into 6th. What an amazing start from Schmidt here. And Slumpy runs wide on the exit here as they all head down to the start finish straight. They are away nicely. Ravenhold at the back of the grid. Let's watch Pigeon and Xanax here. Xanax got a really poor start. He is down there in 9th place here. As we see Pigeon there defending his line. Let's look up front. So we still have Spook up in 2nd place here, all over the back, but we have Ricky Tan and Frozen Droid here. Frozen Droid can pass Ricky Tan. Ricky Tan down the inside of Frozen Droid into turn 1. Can Ricky Tan hold it? He forwards his Frozen Droid nice and wide. That is a lovely move there by Ricky Tan. And Ricky Tan is looking great, but it looks like Frozen Droid is going to come back here into turn 2. This is a risky move down there. You can't defend into that corner. Ricky Tan on the brakes there. Frozen Droid on the brakes later. Look at that. It really closed up the gap. We have Oblong there just right behind him. Let's have a look down here. We have Slumpy down into 7th. We've got Park Schmidt, so Slumpy jumped up into 7th place here. That is an amazing move here. Let's have a look at these two here. Going around this uphill battle, and it looks like Frozen Droid's all over the back of Ricky Tan. Ricky Tan just prefers his time. JR is in the chat here. He has no words. JR, please tell the chat what happened, my friend. Unfortunately, I can't message you back at the moment, but what happened? It looks like Ricky Tan here has got away from Frozen Guy. Ricky Tan creates a gap here, but we have Mason and Oblong on their tail here as they head round the final corner down the start finish race. Oblong going around the inside of his teammate here. Will his teammate leave him some room? Oblong down the inside gets the move done before the first corner. That was a beautiful move here. So let's have a look at our driver map here to make sure we are not missing any action. We still have Aski out into lead on lap 3. We are 25 laps for this race. We are only on lap 3 here as we have Spook here about 8/10 behind Aski as Aski seems to be scampering away a little bit in front. Ricky Tan in 3rd with Frozen Droid just behind. Oh, but it looks like Frozen Droid's all over the back of Ricky Tan again. Look at this, Frozen Droid is not giving up this fight. Oh, JR, I'm so sorry there was internet problems, my friend. That is horrendous. Oh, dude, that is not what I want to hear. Oh man, I'm really sorry. And it happened right at the end of qualifying as well, I think I saw, so you just couldn't get back in on time. But let's watch this battle here. So we have Frozen Droid here on the back of Ricky Tan here, closing down. Frozen Droid running extremely wide on the end of the corner. He needs to be careful of that. can pick up some penalty points here. The GSMC this year, we are running a penalty point system where if you receive 3 penalty points on your driver's license, you miss qualifying for the next round. So you need to be careful, and they can be given out for things such as running off track, forcing another driver offline, all that sort of stuff. So it should tighten up the racing here. Who is that back there? That is Schlumpy chasing down Mason here. These two, I still think, have a bit of a grudge here. Watch Schlumpy here chasing down Mason. Look at this, Schlumpy's all over the back of him. Schlumpy's going for the move down the inside here. Schlumpy needs to stick his nose out. Oh, he gives up the position here. Schlumpy brakes nice and early. Doesn't want to upset Mason, it seems. Schlumpy's just preserving his tyres and sticking behind as they head down the back straight here. Oh, we have Ravenhold up into 11th place. He was in last place when we come round the back of the quad. So Ravenhold has jumped up a couple of positions here. Let's have a look at, this is the battle at the moment. Ricky Tan and Frozen Droid here. Ricky Tan on the grass there, looking like he's going to break on the grass into turn 1. Frozen Droid is all over the back of him. He's not giving up. Let's listen to Joe Mama Racing. Just hearing lots of breath at the minute. That is Frozen Droid, you can hear. Working hard. So we're not getting much feedback from these two at the minute. Let's have a listen to the Brum Boys. These two guys normally focus. No words from them at the moment. Absolute concentration. What on earth did I come back to? I know. Desert Fox, it is mental. Oh, it's missing Frozen Droid. Go for the lunge down the inside of Ricky Tan there. Frozen Droid for the last corner here. That is incredible move there from Frozen Droid. But Ricky Tan gets the momentum. He's got to get the jump down into turn 1 here. That was a little bit dodgy. That was an absolute lunge. But Ricky Tan, what an absolute incredible move here. Ricky Tan just runs him out of road. Says, thank you very much. I'll have that. If you want to go past me, you can. But this is no south stuff here. Frozen Droid looks like he's going to go down the inside for turn 3 here. Does he get the move down? No, he doesn't. He's going to have to back out because that would be an absolute aeroplane crash if those two come together there. But what an incredible move and what some incredible racing here. I am keeping an eye on these two out front here. Askey and Spook only 7/10 behind. These two are following hard. But the Ricky Tan Frozen Droid battle is keeping them two back. It looks like Frozen Droid's going for the lunge up the inside. The Frozen Droid goes up the inside of Ricky Tan here. Frozen Droid. Oh, they come together. There's a collision. There's a collision. Does Frozen Droid spin? Frozen Droid spins. Frozen Droid's into the wall here. There was a bit of a collision here, and his teammate, it's Oblong there. Oblong spins into him. Oblong resets the car and gets underway. But Frozen Droid spins out, and Ricky Tan continues on his way there. That was a little bit dodgy there. So Frozen Droid all the way down into 7th. Hopefully he hasn't sustained any damage there. But that was incredible battling there. Fine, Ricky. I don't know if that was Ricky Tan's fault. We'll have to re-watch the. We'll have to read back and see what these two have to say at the end of the session. But we will be having words with them, that's for sure. But that was some incredible battle. Frozen Droid definitely put the lunge on Ricky Tan before. No, that was Oblong that hit him after the spin. J71. Hey mate, how you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, I think that was Oblong that hit him after the spin, but Oblong managed to reset and he's on his way. But that, ladies and gentlemen, promotes this gentleman, Mr. Schlumpy, up into 5th place here. He is still chasing Mason down. Mason has pulled the gap a little bit away from him. Mason is, where is he? They say he's 1.4 seconds. It doesn't quite look like 1.4 seconds ahead, but it might well be. But yeah, Schlumpy up into 5th place here. He always does where, I swore I heard a car-to-car. Yeah, there was car-to-car impact there. But the angles that we see, it's really difficult to determine what's going on. So we watch the replays and we'll get to see all the views you see, and then we'll make a decision. I'm not going to make a decision live on air. We'll make it afterwards, that's for sure. Terabyte, it's the chair. Absolutely is the chair for this man. Let's have a look here. So we're watching Schlumpy still chasing down Mason here. He's not really gaining that much. So let's have a look at these two. So we have Askey still out front here. 8 out of 25. As he heads up here, he's doing, look at this, like 210.02 thousandths of a second faster than his fastest lap here. as he heads down the straight. He has still got Spook within, well, Spook's about 2 seconds now behind him, unfortunately. So it looks like Aski's just gently extending his lead out, just gently putting away, which is good to see. Ricky Tan about 8 seconds now behind this leading pair, out on his own. The nearest battle is, let's have a look down at the back. Let's have a look at Lynchy here. Lynchy down in 10th place here. It looks like he's lost his rear wing. Looks like he might have some damage here, but someone in front of him, Wild Boys, has spun. Wild Boys up in 9th place here. Oh, it looks like Lynchy's got some bad damage here. Looks like he might have to pit, Lynchy. He is, look, Lynchy's into the pit lanes now. It looks like he's got some severe damage to his car. Might have spun off and hit the wall somewhere. Down in 11th place, he's now dropped down to 11th. That is a real shame from Lynchy. He qualified fairly well as he entered the pit lane here for a repair and a change of tyres, I would imagine. Wait, is this like a meme? Aski has the power of God and animal. Yeah, absolutely. Aski has the power of God and Aski on his side, and the power of practice as well. He again has put in a severe amount of practice. We don't need to see him in the pit lane. Let's have a look at a battle worth looking at. We are Frozen Droid and Oblong here. So Frozen Droid now is pulled back up to the back of Oblong. He is 1.5 seconds behind Oblong here, Frozen Droid. Let's see if he can catch up. He runs really wide again on the exit of the corner. If someone complains about that, we're going to have to have a look, because you can't keep running off the track there, because that is a much faster line. You can carry way more speed. As we see Lynchy now exiting the pit lane into this battle here. Hopefully he gives way. He does give way. That's a good job there from Lynchy. So let's have a look. We've got Oblong chasing down Schlumpy. These guys are all coming together here. Schlumpy, Oblong and Mason here. They're all within a couple of seconds here. So this is the front of the pack, Mason here, with something just behind him, Oblong and a Frozen Droid. So this could be an interesting end to the race here. Spook has dropped. Oh, hang on a minute. Aski might have had a moment there. Aski dropped about half a second from Spook. I just saw the timing screen's absolutely tumbling. He was about 2.5 seconds ahead. Now he's only a second and a half. So he dropped a whole second there in just a little bit. Hopefully Aski isn't losing concentration here. Spook is hot on his tail. He's keeping him sort of average. Let's see if anything develops. But Ricky Tan out on his own now, just coming round turn one. See if he can do anything. He's 2 tenths down on his best lap there. Not putting in some bad lap times though. As we see Speak there with actually 103.6 there on his last lap. So that's not a bad time. Let's run back to this battle here. This little train here. The Mason train, as we shall call it forevermore. With something just behind him. Oblong and Frozen Droid in the mix as well. And I think we've just seen Lynchy spin off as well into the barrier, unfortunately. Going really slow. It looks like Lynchy gets underway, but look at that. The front of the car is bobbing up and down here. Hopefully he hasn't sustained a lot more damage. He's got another rear wing onto that thing. Let's have a listen to these boys. No, absolute silence from this team. We're not getting anything from these. Yep, Lynchy didn't let Oblong pass. Oh, he didn't let Oblong pass. Did Oblong nudge him, or what happened? Oh, Oblong over the back. So hang on a minute. Jason, you're going to have to fill me in, because obviously you're watching Oblong's stream here. Frozen Droid got the jump on Oblong. Is that because of Lynchy? Did Lynchy hold up Oblong enough that he managed to fall behind? So Frozen Droid now on his fight back up the field here after his possible contact with Ricky Tan. And me is the ultimate force of life, says Jamie. Jamie, yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately not for Virgin Media though. Lynchy's car is laughing at you. He's definitely having a laugh there, that's for sure. So next on the Frozen Droid's hit list is Oblong. Yeah, Oblong did hit Lynchy because he was all over the road and didn't let him pass. Ah, okay. That is a real shame here. So Frozen Droid managed to get the jump on Oblong, and we see Lynchy has retired from the race here. I have seen Lynchy dropped out. We have 12 current runners here, and Lynchy is gone. He obviously felt it wasn't worth continuing. So let's see if Frozen Droid can catch and put a move on Schlumpy here. As we see Aski back up to 2.5 seconds into the lead over Spook, who is in second. So we are lap 12, coming up to lap 13 now of the race. Let's do a quick rundown. So we have Askey in the lead here, followed by Spook in second, Ricky Tan in third, Mason down there in fourth, who's doing a really good job. Slumpy in fifth, who's getting caught very quickly by Frozen Droid here. Frozen Droid in sixth, who's dropped down after a hard and fast battle with Ricky Tan. Oblong 7th, Ashworth down in 8th, Oglanak, Wild Boys in 9th, Ravenhold 10th, Schmidt 11th, and Spare in 3rd. And look at this, Frozen Droid looks like he's going to put the move on Slumpy here, looking up the inside, but Slumpy just cuts him off there. Yeah, and Oblong had a bit of a Verstappen moment on the team radio. Oops, really, I wish I was listening to that. Oh, as we see Slumpy getting slow out of the exit of the corner, Frozen Droid all over the back, Frozen Droid is absolutely rapid at the moment. As we see Frozen Droid heading down to the corner, will he scare Shumpy into making a move here? Let's listen to Drive By Racing. As they're heading down the start-finish straight here, there's not much conversation going on anywhere with any of these teams, is there? Let me make sure I've got my correct plug-in working. Yeah, no one's talking at the minute. Everyone's absolutely deadly silent. Oh, and Frozen Droid gets the move done up the inside, but can Shumpy hold it back here? Shumpy needs to just stick his nose up the inside. Don't let him get away with it. Come on, Shumpy, run him out of the ground. Unfortunately, Frozen Droid just got the legs on him here. Shumpy is sort of fighting back here on the inside, but Shumpy has lost the place there. Frozen Droid got inside for the next corner. That promotes Shumpy down into 6th place here. Shumpy runs wide. Oh no, Shumpy, no! Shumpy runs wide into the barrier here. Loses a place to Oblong as well. Shumpy down into 7th place. Hopefully, he can continue here. It looks like Shumpy's fine. Lynchy retired. Yeah, Lynchy, we saw, mate. We saw you having a bit of a mare, unfortunately, son. I guess you assumed it wasn't worth you continuing. As well, a little bit of contact with Oblong, I hear. Let's listen to Oblong and the call this guy is ready. So we have Mason now from Frozen Droid. I was fine until someone re-ended me and damaged my car again. Yeah, I think that was Oblong. Yeah, Lynchy, I assume that was what you would assume, that it was worth continuing, unfortunately. So we have Mason up into 4th place here. The Mason train has broke up a little bit, but Frozen Droid is absolutely on one here. Oh, hang on a minute. We've lost Spook and Ricky Tan here. How has Ricky Tan gained on Spook? Spook has had a spin. Spook has absolutely had a spin. Ricky Tan up into 2nd place now, 10 seconds behind the leader, and Spook is behind him by 4 seconds. Spook has got damage all down the side of his car here. Completely missed that. Oh, that is an absolute shame. Spook was having a nice race, trying to keep Askey honest here. What a real shame as they head round turn 1. So Ricky Tan promoted up into 2nd place here. Spook might have some damage on his car. What a real shame. But let's watch this battle here. It's a Frozen Droid. Oh, look at this Frozen Droid all over the back of Mason. Look at this. Look, he's absolutely on it, his Frozen Droid. He is not giving an inch. Frozen Droid down the inside of Mason. That is one of his favourite spots. That's where he got Shumpy. But Mason's trying to put his nose back out there. He's running out of space. No, he gives him too much space. Look at that Frozen Droid. He's on the power. Nicely, he's running out front and away he goes. Frozen Droid cuts back, excuse me. Oh, it looks like he outbroke himself a little bit, but no, Mason stays behind. Frozen Droid up into 4th place. What a recovery drive there for Frozen. Next one on board of Oblong here as Oblong chases down his teammate Mason. Let's see if they're going to switch places. We are riding on board with Scuderia Spinada as we see Oblong and Mason here. There we go, team orders here. So Mason. Oh, there's a back marker there as they go around. The back marker gets out of the way. I think that is Schmidt. They gets out of the way. Absolutely lovely here. So yeah, these two guys are planning to swap positions here. As we see Ricky Tan is still in 2nd. Spook dropped way down. He's got some severe damage, I think, from Spook, unfortunately. Frozen Droid, what a recovery drive from Frozen Droid though. up into fourth here. As we watch these two guys power down back straight. Will they do the change over here? No, they won't. Doesn't look like Mason's getting out of the way too quickly, unfortunately. So Oblong is currently stuck down into 6th place. Let's see if he can catch up with Rosenwood as he runs wide again on the exit there. These boys need to have some track limit warnings, I think. So let's go down to the back of the grid. Let's see what's cracking behind. Let's have a look at Mr. Ravenhold here. Ravenhold currently going around turn 2. He's got a back marker behind him, so he's not trying to run really wide there. He's going to get on the grass there. That's going to slow him down for sure. Down in 9th place, point scoring position though from Ravenhold. He should be happy with that. What's going on just behind there? We have, who is those just behind? Is that Slumpy? No, it must be these guys there. Oh yeah, it's Mason and Oblong. Oblong right on the tail of Mason, but we see Frozen Droid absolutely scampered away. Who is that in the wall there? That is Ravenhold in the wall. Frozen with teammate Ravenhold into the wall hard. Has he got some damage there? Quite possibly. That is the corner that I said everyone's going to have difficulties with, as Ravenhold now slams on the brakes, knocks up the inside. He's got to hold up these boys here. Look at these two though. Oblong and Mason nose to tail here. Oblong goes for the inside. Mason's probably not going to hold him up too much here. He's got to just let him go as Oblong lips through the inside of turn 1 here. That was a nice move there. And he finally gets past his teammate and he continues on his way to try and chase down the ever fast Frozen Droid. Frozen Droid, what a recovery drive from this guy. Gets some contact with Ricky's hand, absolutely loses the rear, and he continues on his way. Fights his way back up into 4th place. He has a back marker in front of him, the back marker Spare should get out of the way. No, what is he doing? What is Spare doing here? Frozen Droid can't be too happy with that. Yeah, Spare can't be doing that. He's a back marker. He needs to be getting out of the way, Spare. You are not racing him, my friend. Spare's going to run wide and he's going to go up the inside. Oh, Spare, that is not... Oh, no, but he doesn't get past Spare. Keeps him up behind him. This is not good here. Spare thinks like he's racing him here. If no one complains about this, I don't know whatever you complain about, but Spare is absolutely holding up Frozen Droid here, not letting him past. He's got to allow Oblong to get onto the back of him if he doesn't get past soon enough. But yeah, Spare is just keeping Frozen Droid. It seems like Frozen Droid just can't get past him, and Frozen Droid goes down the inside, but Spare is going to have the inside for the next corner here. There we go, Spare finally lets him past here. Don't know what that was about. Absolutely terrible. WTF indeed, my friend. That was terrible from Spare. Who is Spare with? Spare is a Go Hard Blue. Let's listen to these guys. No, nothing from Spare at all. Who's getting banned? I hear spicy things from across the room. No one's getting banned yet. There's a fox. No one's getting banned yet, but Spare, as a back marker, didn't allow the front runner through and held him up for a lap and a half, I would say. J71, what the hell? Yeah, absolutely, Jay. I totally agree. What the hell indeed. Yeah, that wasn't good racing there from Spare. So that has allowed Oblong to close up a little bit, but Frozen Droid is still 2.5 seconds away, so he did get through. But let's see if Spare holds up Oblong at all. Even Oblong watching from behind was like, what the fuck's this? Jay, yeah, I totally agree. We were all like that. We were all like, what is Spare up to? Looks like Spare just wanted a race, but that is not the way you do it. So we are like 21 out of 25. Wow, this is flying past, isn't it? So we have ASCII still in the lead here. 13 seconds in front of Rikitan. Spook behind in 3rd, who seemed to have a spin or something. Frozen Droid up into 4th. Oblong into 5th. Summoned to RC for paddling. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to get some paddling. I think he's going to get some paddling from Frozen Droid, if anyone. We have Mason in 6th place, so the 2 teammates running after him. We have Shumpy down in 7th. We haven't seen much from Shumpy lately. He seems to be out on his own now. We have Xanax just behind him. Ravenhold in 9th. Schmidt in 10th place. We have Pigeon in 11th and Wild Boys down in 12th place. Let's have a ride on board of our leader here as he starts his 23rd lap here. He is absolutely on it. He better not hold Oblong because we want to spend his half afternoon playing breakfast, so I don't think he's taking this kind of bullshit. Yeah, I will keep an eye on this actually. I'll see if Oblong's caught up with him just yet. There we go. Oh, they nearly collided there. Jeez Louise, Spare nearly took out Oblong as Oblong goes past. Frozen paddling people live on stream later. Absolutely. He can start his own stream though because I don't want to see that on this channel. As we see Oblong gets through him nicely, but whether Mason will or not will be to be seen. So yeah, I was going to have a look at our race leader here, Mr. Askey. Driving around on his own, he's come up to a back marker here. As he heads along nicely here. He's still in the 104s, which is an incredible race pace here. He's gapped about 13 seconds here from Ricky Tam. Oh, as we see Schmidt getting well offline there to let him pass. Schmidt, that was a little bit too generous, my friend. You could have just backed up a little bit. But that is how you let someone pass. And that is how you let someone definitely go past. So let's see if there's any current battles on the track here. We have Mason here going wide and Spare behind. Was that a Spare thing there? Hopefully not, but as we see Mason now go past Spare and continue on his way. Let's have a look on board of our friend Slumpy here, who is just behind this battle, about 7 seconds behind. Doing a good job down in 7th. Unfortunately to lose a couple of positions from that mistake. He might have sustained some damage as well to his car, which really hampers the performance of his cars around this track. It's such a fast track that just the slightest bit of damage really upsets the handling around here. And let's continue with Askey here because he's on the 25th out of 25th lap here, so he's on his last lap. Let's ride bumper car with Askey here for his last flying lap. Into turn 1 here, this long left-hander really punishes the right tyres here. Spare's trying to overtake Mason. That is not what I want to hear. Let's have a look here. Mason is here and Spare is still behind. That's fine. We'll continue watching our race leader and sure to be race victorious. Wino Askey here in the Two Slow Boys #1 car. Only 3 more corners to go for this gentleman before he wins his first race of this championship. As we see Askey here nicely into the corner. Loses the rear just a little bit on the exit there. Doesn't need to rush too much. He's doing a fine job. Heads on down to the final corner here. Gets onto the brakes nice and early. Pitches the car in. And look at this for Wino Askey here. An absolutely monster win. 17 seconds from second place. Crosses the finish line in first place. That is a beautiful victory there from Wino Askey. Let's walk down second place finisher here. Mr. Ricky Tan. Had a bit of a bump with Frozen Droids at the start, which we'll see if anything comes of that. And then obviously inheriting a place with Spook as he crosses the line there in second place. And Spook here comes across in third place. Frozen Droid with an amazing recovery drive here. Heads down the back straight, crosses the line and finishes in 4th place. Oblong here with a strong 5th place finish here. Crosses the line down in 5th, nicely done. Mason here with a really solid drive as well from him. Crosses the line in 6th place. We have Slumpy here onto the back straight. Nice 7th place. Good job, Mr. Slumpy. And we watch Xanax here cruising around. So I think that is all the cars to finish the race. Congratulations to everyone. Terabyte, great contribution, exit racer, looking forward to next week. Terabyte, thank you very much for dropping by. As always, it is a real pleasure to have you here, my friend. Let's run down the race finishes. We did lose 2 drivers, unfortunately, at the end of the race. We lost Lynchy and we also lost JR right at the start. JR, I'm really sorry to hear you had internet issues, mate. Better luck next time. Let's run down our race positions. We have Aski in first, Ricky Tan second, Spook in third, Frozen Droid fourth, Oblong fifth, Mason down there in sixth, Stumpy seventh, Ashworth in eighth, Ravenhold ninth, Schmidt in 10th, Pigeon 11th, and Wild Boys down there in 12th. Like I said, with our two non-finishers, Lynchy non-finishing, and JR who didn't start. I think Virgin Medal, thank Virgin Media. I will send them a thank you letter from your behalf. So everyone watching, really, really appreciate that. Thank you for watching the stream. We will be back the same time next week. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.